Hey, it's Jennifer with Smith Curriculum Consulting, and today I want to show you the financial literacy unit I just finished last night for 5th grade. It completely follows the 5th grade TEKS, so here we go. First, you'll see my vocabulary fire models are a little different in this one because there are 10 different vocabulary words. I created a little pocket with an extra piece of notebook paper from the spiral, and I just glued it down at the bottom, and I'll probably end up putting a band of washi tape there too to give it a little bit extra reinforcement. And I just stuck the little fire models right inside of there so they're easy to use. I did fold it back, that top part, and I just glued that down as well so it would stay behind there and it wouldn't get stuck when I pulled the vocabulary cards out. The first lesson in this unit is about identifying taxes between income tax, payroll tax, property tax, and sales tax. You can see in the square window flippable right here underneath, just identifying what each type of tax is. And then I had the idea to do a brain dump down here at the bottom of how we use tax money. And all of this information I found via AOL Finance. It was a recent article that was written. So all of these are different ways that tax money is used. And then the output activity for this is a sort, and it's using these different cards to sort the statement into what type of tax. So Stephen gets his paycheck and notices that he didn't receive 100% of the money that he made because taxes had been taken out. What type of tax did he pay? He paid payroll tax. So there we go. Tuck that back in. And moving on. The next one is gross and net income. And these are some fill in the blank notes, completing a check, and talking about gross and net income and what the difference is. And the follow-up activity for this is a set of 8 task cards. And I just tuck inside this envelope. This is a half-size manila envelope. And all I did was print them out, worked them on the back, and then I can store them back in here when I'm done. The thing I like about this envelope is that it has a little clasp. I had a ton of them, so I thought I'd be different on this one and use a full envelope. Okay, the next lesson is forms of payment, and it's identifying the advantages and disadvantages of each. So underneath the flap, each of them talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of each different type of purchasing method. And then I went ahead and I added information about cash at the bottom because we do have a society where we use a lot of cash, and I wanted students to know that as well. And the question for follow-up here is about making a purchase, and depending on how much money you have in your checking account, and you have an option to use a credit card, and they have to explain which one they would use and why. The next lesson is keeping records. So here students are talking about keeping a system for keeping their financial records, statements, checks, pay stubs, income tax reports, and such like that. So basically it's about being organized. But then they also need to understand how to fill out a check register. So we talk about that and give them some purchases to do, and they fill in that information, and then the follow-up is to keep a checkbook register here on their own. See, I got some Netflix on there. That might have been inspired because I just had my Netflix auto withdrawn. And then the last lesson in this unit is balancing a budget. So in here we talk about what is a budget and how does it work, how can you save money, and how can you borrow money. And then their follow-up activity is a great thing if you have a classroom economy in your class, because this is keeping a balance based on classroom economy. So it has different activities that they can earn money for, and then they have to think back to the last 2 weeks in class and see how much money they would have earned over those last 2 weeks. So this is the financial literacy unit for 5th grade. I hope you enjoy it. I will link it below, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.